All right, good afternoon. It's a hot Sunday afternoon, so let's do a little bit of baseball here. This is 1949. Ernie Harwell's going to be, whoops, sorry about that. Ernie Harwell will be calling this game. This is the Cardinals at the Phillies, so hope you guys enjoy it. Sunday matinee's right, Samuel. Hope you're doing well. And let's play ball.
Here we go again, sports fans. I'm Ernie Harwell, bringing you Philadelphia Phillies baseball. This is a national pastime on WAPBA, the voice of baseball in your home since 1951. We're coming to you from out here at the park. Today, the visiting St. Louis Cardinals will test the Phillies at home. This is the first game in this three-game series. The Phillies come into this game in sixth place. Well, they're 3.5 games back. Their recent record is about even. Their record now, 6-8, with 2 straight wins. In the league, well, they're 7th in batting average at 2.42. Second in ERA at 3.41. The Phillies take the field here in the first. Here's how it lines up defensively for the Phillies. Sisler at first base. Miller at second. In a deep hole at the plate right now. We'll come back to that. Hamner, the shortstop. Jones at third. The outfield consists of Holnick in left field, Ashburn in center field, and Ennis over at right.
I completely agree, Samuel.
Behind the plate and on the mound for the Phillies, the right-hander Donnelly. This is Donnelly's first start of the season. His record 0-1. Blix has worked 1 inning. His ERA a hefty 27. He will be facing Cardinal starter, right-hander Staley. We'll tell you about him in the bottom half. So settle in. We're ready to start this game. Here's Shane Dietz to lead it off. He's contributing with the bat. Now batting .283. Donnelly poised. Donnelly now. Check swing. Ball 4. And he trots down to first. Next batter, Sauer. To date, he's hitting .105. He's walked twice in his 21 trips. Shane Dietz can hightail it.
That would be brilliant, Samuel.
Lopata sets up. Quick move to the plate. There's called third strike right down the pike. But Sauer couldn't unshoulder his bat. He must have been looking for something else. 1 down. Musial coming up. Stan has been hot, batting .439. 10 homers, 22 RBI. He's been on a run, a 13-game hit streak going. Batter waits. Lopata set. The pitch. Swung on, base hit right field toward the gap. That's good for extra bases. Ennis digging. He's got it. Shane Dietz rounds third. They're waving him in. Here comes a throw home. Musial is going for third. Shane Dietz scores. Sisler cuts it to third, and Musial is out by inches. So a run scores on the Musial double, and the Cardinals go ahead by a run, 1-0. First inning. Add 1 to the hitting streak, now 14 games. And Musial now with 23 runs batted in. Kazak is the next hitter, carrying a .365 average. He has 3 RBIs. He's walked 4 times in his 56 trips. He's reached in 12 straight games. The hitter stands in. Donnelly will go to work on him. Donnelly to the wind. Donnelly loses him, and he trots down to first. That extends the streak. Now 13 games in a row on base. Here's Northey, 2 away, runner on first. You don't want to pitch carelessly with Ron. To date, at bat 3 was 8. Catcher Mapata sets his target. Here's the pitch from Donnelly. Check swing. He held up, and he walks. And there's a runner in scoring position. 3 walks in the first inning. That was Northey's first walk of the season. Right-handed batter Marion now walks out to bat. Kazak at second. Northey at first. 2 outs. Marty has been connecting, hitting .273. Marion waits. Donnelly staring in, ready to work. He delivers. Slice down the right field line. Will it stay fair? Yes, it's in play, and it's after it. Kazak scores. Northey is around third. They're waving Northey in. Hamner will relay. Here comes a throw home. Here's a play at the plate. And he's safe easily. And Marion holds with a double. So the double scores 2, and the Cardinals now lead 3-0. 2 down, first inning, 1 on. Garagiola up. To date, hitting at .333. He has 2 RBIs. He's walked twice in his 26 trips.
Hey, Chris, they should already be in there. If I didn't have a game going here right now, I would show you. So just let me know here. We'll hold the game on pause here for a minute. Cardinals outclassing the Phillies here. The Cardinals were tough in 1949. So when you fire up the game, and if it's working, what are you seeing? So you've got to switch, like when you see like hard drive, you've got to click on CD-ROM, and that's where all the other seasons are. Okay, so give that a shot and let me know. I'm going to resume the game, and then just let me know right here in chat.
Right-hander Donnelly ready. The pitch. Scorch. Sisler dives. It's by him. Marion races around third. They're waving him home. Coming down the line. The throw's offline. He'll score. And Garagiola is on with a single. So Garagiola with a ribby single, and the Cardinals now lead 4-0. Nelson comes up to bat. Let's see if he can outperform his advanced billing on the season. 3 was 10. He's walked once.
All right, I'll tell you what, this one's looking pretty ugly. So I'm going to go ahead and auto finish this. We'll jump into old time baseball. So just hang on a second here, Chris. All right. Well, lesson learned. I said this was looking pretty ugly, and the Phillies end up whomping the Cardinals instead, 12-5. Oh well, there we go. All right. Anyhow, let me switch up my sound options, and we'll jump into old time baseball because everything you're looking for is right there. All right, hold on a sec. Okay, so let me know if you can hear me. And if so, we'll jump into old time baseball really quickly. Just give me a yes, thumbs up, something like that. And then I'll start old time baseball. And I'll show you. Might as well edit this. We'll probably just play a game here now that we're here. So hey, Victor, how you doing? Great to see you. All right, so here we go, Chris. Show you what you're missing. It's right there, my friends. It's right there. All right, so we're gonna start old time baseball. So this is available for free if you remember the Ned McGreevy Discord, along with Pure Sim Baseball and Strategy Baseball. So old time baseball, Pure Sim Baseball were both commercial products at one time, and now the public domain or whatever you want to call it. And then Strategy Baseball is the freeware spinoff of Pure Sim Baseball. So all three of those games available in the McGreevy Discord. All right, so this is for Chris Slovic. Here we go, man. Let's do this. As soon as there we go. Okay. I hope I'm still sharing. Hang on a second. I'm going to stop here for a second. Present, share screen. It's going to see a lot of icons there, but that's the way I roll, man. All right. I like icons because that's why I'm orthodox. See? All right, there we go. Again, don't worry about the cursor you're seeing in the middle of your screen. You won't see that on your local copy. This is just it's an artifact of StreamYard. Okay, we've all seen the intro enough. All right, so when you fire up old time baseball, let's get past this screen. Probably would have waited all day. All right, so like if you just hit exhibition game, all right. So that's what you're seeing, right, Chris? That is what you're seeing. Okay. So post-war, pre-war. So basically, this is just, and you can create your own kinds of, and so in old-time baseball, these are called universes, and you can create your own. All right, but let's go back. All right, and if we go to season, we can start a new season, or let's load or erase universe. So when you hit that, all right, now see here, you have HD. When you click on CD-ROM, there they are. There are all those seasons for you. From 1871 to 1981. All right, that's it. That is all you have to do. Just click CD-ROM. So go back to HD. These are the ones that, right, they're already loaded in, and then CD-ROM. That's it. That is a simple, huh? So if you were to load in, for instance, 1955. Load. So right now, if we would just play exhibition game at this point, there we go. We just pick two teams and play it. Now, what you should do after you load in I should just probably do demo game, say this tutorial. After you load this in, what's really, really important is you have to change a couple settings to mitigate off the wall singles. I'm going to show you how to do that. Unfortunately, you have to do that with every manager, but it doesn't take long. So if we go to utilities, if we go to manager, we go to manager profile, and we'll just start here in the National League. We'll play a National League game here. So we go to Milwaukee. All right. So if you're playing in the dead ball era, you want to crank up speed. Okay. Later, maybe you want to do power. All right. So kind of tailor these the way you want. There's no sort of automatic way to do this, unfortunately. But what's really, 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 really important, again, for dead ball era, we're not playing dead ball, but you want to go for endurance. So you want to crank this up. All right. And to leave them and yank them. Again, just season to taste. But the big thing that you want to do here, and no matter what season you're playing, just see here for push it and play it safe, base runners to take chances, or be conservative and respond to a batted ball. You want them to push it all the time. Put it all the way to 100%. This game has the dreaded off-the-wall singles. This helps by getting rid of that. Now, the other things you can kind of change, but you want to do push it at 100%. All right. And for modern baseball, again, depending upon so this is a 1955 thing. So, I want a little bit more power over speed. In fact, I'll put a lot. I'm going to just do this at 100%. Usually the extremes work best. And then all these others you can just change. Okay. All right. And then you're going to just select a new team. We've already done this for Milwaukee. Go to Brooklyn. Right. Do the same thing. Just go to power. And I'm just going to do this. Just power and push it. Those are the two I'm going to. But like any sort of deep baseball game, you're gonna have to do a little bit of work. That's okay. Nothing wrong with that. Okay, let's go to the Cubbies. Again, we're doing the same thing. And actually, what's nice is it remembers where you were. So I'll just go like this. Scroll back up and go to power. Again, the 1950s not known for a lot of stolen bases. Right. So Cincinnati, we're almost done. Okay. Again, we're going to favor power, and we're going to get rid of these, or mitigate, I should say, the off-the-wall singles. Okay. Now, because I'm just doing this so quickly, there's going to be some things that are going to feel a little bit off. So this is the key. One of the keys to old-time baseball is to play around with these settings. Find ones that you like. There used to be a great set of utilities by a guy named Nick Karen. And if you can find his webpage on the Wayback, the internet, right? The Wayback Machine. Unfortunately, the utilities are down. One of the things that they used to do, though, is you could run a season through the utilities, and it would make all these different changes for you and stuff like that, and bring them back into the game. Unfortunately, those are no longer available. And if they are, you'd have to be pretty good with DOSBox to use them. But so there's not many. There's way more management categories in Action PC and Out of the Park Baseball and Pure Sim, Diamond Mine. So this is pretty small in comparison. All right, so let's hurry up here and do a few more. All right, so we've just done Cincinnati. Let's go to the New York Giants. All right, and so I don't even know where the hell I am here. There we go. Again, I want power, and I want them to push it. So even just these two settings. The other thing too is you're going to notice in some games, right? Some teams like switch hitters, they're going to be in here default as right-handers. Luckily, you can edit players here, and so players like Mickey Mantle or Max Carey or any switchies, just when you go into edit players, type in S, and then they'll act as switch headers. So there were some, some things kind of missed in this game, but that's okay. It happens. All right, so from New York Giants, Philadelphia Phillies. All right, and push it all the way. You want this. Whoops. Where did I go? I don't know why that jumped up there. So this thing will also, just because, it's going to move kind of fast. So once you get the knack of it, it's pretty good though. All right. And Pittsburgh, we're not going to be playing Pittsburgh today, but Pirates weren't too good in 1955. In fact, we were only good in 1958. That's the only year in the 1950s that we actually had a decent team. Okay. And I'm thinking for the Ernie Harwell games, instead of showing the field from now on, I'm going to put up a like an image of just a radio, because the idea of the Ernie Harwell game is just for everybody to kind of hang out, talk, or roll a game in the background. So there's not much to watch. Not much to watch in that game. All right, almost done here. Select a new one. And down to St. Louis Cardinals. All right, and again, I want them to push it, because you don't want to see a ball hit deep into the alley and the guy stops it first. But that will happen if you don't make these changes. Okay, and power. I think I did everybody right. We're just going to do an exhibition game. This is not going to be something that a season that I'm going to play like right away or anything. Okay, cool. Now, let's go ahead and let's do an exhibition game. And we're going to play New York Giants against the Brooklyn Dodgers. Why not? So New York and Brooklyn. All right. One of the coolest features about this is this was the first digital game to do that I know of, mass market one, because Full Count Baseball did it. But that really wasn't out in the mass market at that time. You found it in sort of little computer magazines. And the game is, I'm still waiting. There's supposed to be an update this summer to make it even more of a Windows thing, because it is a kind of a weird glitch in the game where you'll have a manager putting in a pinch hitter like in the first or second inning. So looking forward to the upcoming changes from Jason Leonard and company. All right, so we're just going to leave this in the golden age, but you can choose a specific era. I could play this back in the 19th century, move forward into modern baseball. So this time machine is really, really, really cool. And if you want to read about what it does, you just go right there. But let's play ball. All right, you can have Mel Allen, Kurt Gowdy. I would suggest Mel Allen. He tends to pronounce more names. Now, unlike Baseball for Windows, neither of these guys pronounced all the names like Ernie Harwell did. He did every last name and every first name. They don't do that, but that's still no big deal. I would suggest, being a manager view. And then this is just because this was a DOS game, right? Minimum necessary. This is, so this is a mind blower. I was looking at the specs of this game, and so we're used to gigabytes and gigabytes and gigabytes, right? So this thing required 16 megabytes of RAM to run. Not video RAM, just RAM. You needed 16. That was recommended. A lot of people back then had 8, so you would hit the minimum necessary. So when you do all loaded, this would have reduced access to the CD-ROM. Now, what you hear in the game is every once in a while a little bit of skipping. That's because this is a RIP. And so this game is, it still thinks it's accessing the CD-ROM. Okay, let's go to recommended. All right, we'll just go to done. Don't hit recommended, hit done. All right, so we're just going to manage only. Actually, we're going to leave these. We can leave these computer. If I wouldn't suggest play this game, you could play this like as a sort of arcade game, but it's jank, man. So just don't do it. So right now it's set to computer versus computer. You can choose to manage, and if you choose to manage, you can actually even tell the pitcher what type of pitches to throw, whatever like that. So I'm going to worry about inputs. This is going to be computer versus computer. We're going to allow errors. We could allow injuries, but I don't think we're going to. You want a designated hitter in 1955? Go for it. You want an offensive game? It's going to change. So there's lots of things you can kind of change around here. Definitely always have quick off the field checked. Always. Because it takes these guys forever to go off the field. So if you leave this unchecked, you're going to be sitting for a long game. All right. Let's switch things up from the pitcher view to the batter view this time. There we go. Okay. And we will click done. All right, and there we go. You can change batting orders, whatever you want to do. This should be a pretty good game here, Giants and Dodgers. So let's do it. So, Chris, hopefully that helped you. We'll just go ahead and play this game. I can't mute my mic, unfortunately, so sorry if you hear some noise in the background. As this thing takes over.
Hello there, everybody. Welcome to historic Ebbets Field in beautiful Brooklyn, where today we'll see New York play Brooklyn in this exhibition. The weather today is cool with 50% humidity. The wind is blowing in from right to left at about 10 miles per hour. Rising above the players out in right field is that famous concrete wall off which so many two-base hits have ricocheted over the years. With its wide base and narrow top, I'll tell you, there's no telling where a ball is going to go once it hits there. I'm Mel Allen, and I'm here to bring you all the action. And now starting off the inning is Dusty Rhodes, hitting .305.
Okay, now I should tell you right here, if you move your mouse to the top of the screen, this is where you can do substitutions and stuff like that if you wanted, or stop the game or whatever. So that's how you get there. Okay? All right, here we go.
On line drive to right field. Out at home. One down. Now that brings up the catcher, batting .215. Here comes the pitch. On line drive to center field. That's a base hit. Now that brings
how
up
about
Frank
it?
Thompson, batting .245.
Gun down at the plate.
Grounded right back to the pitcher. And he's out at second. And the throw to first. And it's a double play. Scored 1-4-3. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, and nobody left on. Middle of the first inning. It's 0-0. Leading off, Jackie Robinson, batting .256. There's a slow ground ball hit out to third. And the throw to first. And he drops it. Hey, he's safe. Up next, the left fielder, batting .247. Strike 3. That's 1 down. Coming up to...
You could also play this game pitch by pitch mode, even just managing or whatever. So really a lot you can do with it. If you can change the skin color on players, so sometimes it gets some of those wrong. So, but nice. Now the one thing you'll notice, batting helmets and kind of modern uniforms, that's because this game originally just was a sort of add-on disc for Tony La Russa 96. Tony La Russa 3, 1996 edition. Or Tony La Russa 3, I'm sorry. And then it was so popular that Stormfront Studios decided to make it its own standalone product. So, but they, kind of, rather than going in and changing and having hats instead of helmets. And the other thing, of course, the ballparks are beautiful but you're going to notice that it's not accurate advertising just because of licensing issues. But I still think it's very, very important piece of baseball gaming history, and I love this game. All right, here's Campy up to bat.
He delivers a high chopper to second, and the throw to first. Got him. Now that brings up Duke Snyder, batting 309. That'll go down as an intentional walk. Up next, Carl Furillo, batting 314. The runner goes. The throw to second base. Got him! No runs, no hits, 1 error, and 1 runner left on base. After 1, it's 0-0. And now starting off the inning is Willie Mays, hitting .319. Grounded to second, and the throw to first. Got him, the first out of the inning. Now coming up, Don Mueller, batting .306. Fly ball to left field. Caught by the left fielder. 2 down. Coming up next is Gale Harris, batting .232. The payoff pitch. Strike 3. He struck him out. That retires the side. 3 up, 3 down. That's 1.5 innings gone. No score. Leading off, Carl Furillo, hitting .314. A hot grounder up the middle for a base hit. It's a bouncer right through the infield. A single for Furillo. Now that brings up the first baseman, batting .289. There's a high pop-up to the shortstop. And he makes the catch. 1 down. Now that brings up the shortstop, hitting .282. He reels it in at the warning track. 2 down. And the throw to first. It's a double play. That ends the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and nobody left on. Heading to the third, it's 0-0. Leading off, the shortstop, batting .282. Here comes the pitch. A high chopper. He beats it out. A single for the shortstop. Now that brings up Wayne Terwilliger, batting .257. Strike 3. He struck him out. The first out of the inning. Up next, Jim Hearn, batting .156. Here comes the pitch. Strike 3. He struck him out. 2 down. That brings up Dusty Rhodes. He's 1 for 1 with a triple. Strike 3. He struck him out. That ends the inning. That's the 4th K the pitcher's earned today. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 runner left on base. After 2.5 innings, it's 0-0. Leading off, Jim Gilliam, batting .249. A liner to left field. Look at that one. It's going right to the wall. It's grabbed by Mays. The throw to second base. Hey, he's safe. And he eases into second base with a two-bagger. Next batter, the pitcher, batting .359. Grounded to first. Got him. He's up the ball and throws to third. Now coming up, Jackie Robinson. He's nothing for one today. A line drive to right field. The throw to second base. Hey, he's safe. A two-bagger for Robinson, driving in a run, and it's 1-0. Next batter, the left fielder. He's nothing for one with a strikeout. Grounded right back to the pitcher. A diving stop by Terwilliger. And the throw to first. Got him. Up next, Roy Campanella. He's nothing for one today. Next batter, Duke Snyder, batting .309. Here comes the pitch. A looping drive to right field, caught by Terwilliger, and that retires the side. 1 run, 2 hits, no errors, and 2 runners left stranded. At the end of 3, and it's 1-0. And now starting off the inning is the catcher. He's 1 for 1 with the single. There's a high pop-up, the catcher. Caught by Campanella, the first out of the inning. Now coming up, Hank Thompson. He's nothing for one today. Strike 3. That's 2 away. Coming up to bat, Willie Mays. He's nothing for one today. A liner down the left field line. Look at that one. It's going right to the wall. And he eases into second base with a 2-bagger. Now batting, Don Mueller. He's nothing for one today.
So just bursting in here in a second, now you've seen a lot of the right extra base hits. Some of those, if we didn't change those settings for those teams or for the teams in the manager profile, would have been just long singles. So again, I can't stress too strongly and too frequently. Please do change that setting. Do push it all the way to 100%. That is one you don't want any nuance for at all. Just crank it all the way. Doesn't matter what era of baseball you're playing. Okay. Because you're going to start with, after I remember, first playing this game, and I'm like, man, this is a drag. A ball is hit deep into the alley, right, going all the way to the wall, and you'd have guys like Maury Wills holding up at first, and it made no sense. So, and then finding that setting and some others was really, really cool. Another thing you can do if you want to go deep, as I said, you can edit players in this game. So the other thing with this game is some outfield arms are maybe a little bit overrated. Sometimes knocking those down like one peg is good, but that's a lot of work. So I would suggest just doing the, push it, and that really, really helps. And we haven't seen any off-the-wall singles. Not that they'll be completely disappeared, but this greatly, greatly mitigates them. All right.
high fly ball going out down the left field line. Foul. Going. He reels it in at the warning track. That ends the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 runner left on base. Middle of the 4th, and it's 1-0. And now starting off the inning is Carl Furillo. He's 1 for 1 with the single. A high fly ball going out to center field. It's off the wall. The throw to second base. Hey, he's safe. Pulls into second base with 2 bases. Next batter, the first baseman. He's 0 for 1 in this game. A hot grounder to second. And the throw to first. Got him. Look out now. Hey, that throw sailed high and wide. And it's going to be an error on Gale Harris. That drives in a run. The score is 2-0. Now that brings up the shortstop. He's 0 for 1 in this game.
Kind of want to remind everybody, this is a 1995 game. And I love Out of the Park Baseball. You guys know that. It's my favorite digital baseball sim. But this game is really the grandfather of both MLB The Show and Out of the Park Baseball. So, I mean, obviously the parallels to MLB The Show, pretty obvious, right? I mean, because, you watch Legend Sports Universe. He does a lot of MLB The Show and his great project. And you even see, right, except they use a kind of ball shadow getting larger as it goes to the infield or outfield or to field or whatever. And also just to synchronize play-by-play with on-field action. And, of course, with Out of the Park Baseball, it's actually all the stuff that you can do in this game, getting all of these seasons, 110 years, plus you get a Negro Leagues all-time great stuff in there, and all-time, which again, you can create what you want. So you kind of had this beginnings of an infinite baseball sandbox. So really, Out of the Park Baseball and MLB The Show really, I think both can be traced back to this. And boy, just can't thank Don Daglow enough for a fantastic game. I would say the only, prior to this, you had, if you bought the manager's disc and stuff like that, you had Micro League Baseball. You, of course, had Lance Hafner's Full Count Baseball, which allowed you to do a lot as well. Baseball for Windows, of course, we were seeing earlier, if you had the Fan Park Encyclopedia. But this game, I forgot, an Earl Weaver Baseball, of course. In fact, Derek Bain just put up a video on how to create your own teams. So if you have an Amiga emulator, which is the best way to play Earl Weaver Baseball, the PC version's not quite up to as good. But either way, it will work, and you can create your own teams, type in your own players. You do have to learn a little bit of doing phonetic spelling, but that's not too bad. You can find online guides for that. So, but this game really, I would say for immersion, this one in Baseball for Windows really broke it wide open. And, then you would see the evolution into games like High Heat Baseball and others, and culminating in MLB The Show and Out of the Park Baseball. If Out of the Park Baseball could get an announcer even to this point to be able to synchronize to on-field action, which this game did in 1995, and Out of the Park Baseball still isn't doing, oh my God. Wow. Just wow. Craig Harris, he says, good old time game. On a side note, there's a link to Facebook post. Okay, cool, Craig. Thank you for seeing that. I did a support ticket because I was going to do a pocket pennant run game today, and I tried everything, and I couldn't get it to run. So thank you, my friend, and it's good to see you. And gotta do something here for Craig. Oh, I can't do it until this game's over, but I'll find you, Craig. I gotta give you a wrench in here. So everybody who doesn't know, watching this later, Craig Harris is the developer of the Pocket Pennant Run Manager software.
Grounded, fielded by, and the throw to first. Got him. Out number 2.
Thank you, man. I haven't been on in a little
Gilliam.
while.
He's 1 for 1 with 1 run scored and with a double.
I got to take my moment here to pimp out Pocket Pennant Run. So, guys, join the Facebook group. If there's a few of you that haven't joined, please do. Approaching 800 members. It's just growing weekly. It's amazing to see. So, Pocket Pennant Run Baseball is a fantastic cards and dice baseball game that also, when you buy it, and really what pony up to $24.99, get the physical game. The footprint is literally the palm of your hand. The card stock is absolutely unparalleled. I'll say it again. You guys are going to say, I'm tired of hearing this, Beatles. You guys know I was a professional sleight of hand artist and going back into it. The card stock is so good with Pocket Pennant Run Baseball that if I could use those cards in a Magic Effect, or if I could find, I would use them. They're that good. Professional magicians were very, very, very picky about cards. And the card stock is on par with the best from U.S. Playing Card Company and also Cardamundi. So I'm talking about not drugstore brands of cards, but I'm talking Tally-Ho and Bees. Those are like top of the line from U.S. Playing Card, or Richard Turner bicycles specifically. Richard Turner, considering the greatest living sleight of hand expert with cards. But the Pocket Pennant Run software originally, just to give you a little background real quickly, over the roaring crowd here at Ebbets Field, was originally meant to be kind of just a companion, if you will, to the, I guess we're going to go ahead and pitch anyhow, so hold on.
Fly ball to center field. Caught by Mays. That's the 3rd out of the inning. 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, and nobody left on. After 4 complete, the score is 2-0. Leading off the inning, Gale Harris. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout.
So I kept a couple old versions, and some night I'm going to do a just a little side-by-side, because I really would like people to see how Pocket Pennant Run has grown, going all the way back to Helix, and I forget, or Lemmy, to what it is now. And the reason I mentioned the Facebook group is because tester Paul Fay, whose mind is a scary place, absolutely, Craig, you're right about that. He is teasing, and actually has provided a tentative timeline for what's coming up with Pocket Pennant Run. Player pictures on the field. Eventually, there's going to be player names in the field. All kinds of amazing stuff. Just the addition of the logos. Now in Pocket Pennant Run Baseball, absolutely fantastic. You're going to be able to customize your own dice. You can already play Pocket Pennant Run Baseball with any cards and dice baseball game out there. Anyone, doesn't matter. You choose it. You can play it that way. You can play Pocket Pennant Run just right through the software. And don't kid yourself. On the surface, the game looks very simple, very sort of casual. So it's a very, very deep cards and dice baseball game. It really, really is. But you want to play Strat, you can. But what I'm excited about also is the fact that you can customize your own dice, because with Dombrov Baseball, which is Sports Illustrated baseball on steroids, but I have a cards and dice game over here. I forget the guy's name, put it out about 4 years ago. And it comes with something like 2,000 players or something like that. And I've been really itching to play it. And to be able to customize dice for Sports Illustrated baseball is going to be so super cool. But the game tracks stats for you. So imagine, one thing that cards and dice guys run into is when they're doing season replays, they'll use things like ball score or whatever to simulate game scores, but you're not getting stats. Pocket Pennant Run will track stats all through your season. Super, super, super cool. Oh my God, it does so much. Create your own teams. It's got the largest player database, games database of any digital game out there. It's larger than Out of the Park Baseball. And that's saying something, because Out of the Park Baseball is pretty damn mammoth. So Craig is saying, he says we've got some fun stuff coming. If the world goes to shit, it's small enough to fit in your big Outback. Yeah, after last night, no kidding, huh? He said we included, I believe, 8 different dice setups outside of Pocket Pennant Run, ability to do your own. And again, you don't even have to use dice. So once I patch it up here, maybe I'll show it a little bit later today or this evening, you can play this with literally any digital or any cards and dice baseball game you can imagine. Doesn't matter, right? You roll up your dice. So let's say you're playing inside pitch baseball. Robert's favorite, one of his favorites, you're playing Fall Classic. You're playing Pine Tar Baseball, if anybody still plays that. You're playing Season Ticket Baseball, History Maker. Oh my God, I don't know. APA, Strat, Status Pro, doesn't matter, right? It's a very, very nice interface to just input, play results and everything. So let's say you are on the go, and you just want to bring your dice and your charts. You don't want to bring the game board, and you don't need all of that stuff, right? You can have all your PDFs on your PC for games that do have chart looks up and stuff like that. So, but I also don't want people to, and Craig, hopefully you'll be cool with this. This is not just, don't think of it as Pocket Pennant Run as just a companion to cards and dice games. It's so much more. And it is a great baseball game in its own right. And I don't think that Craig and Matt McKeever, who is the co-developer of the Pocket Pennant Run baseball game, I don't think either of these guys really had anticipated or envisioned what the game has become. And the just watching now as the game is pretty much now stable. The last patch that was put out was to fix I guess there was a bug with pinch hitting for a pitcher. Just watching the Facebook group, how people are creating really cool projects or doing season replays. So again, go to pocketpennantrun.com. There's a print and play PDF version, which will still give you access to the Pocket Pennant Run software. And there's also the physical version. And I say, go all in. The play mats that come with it are really nice. They've one for the dead ball era, one for live ball. There's score books. You can go in as much as you want. And I think it's really cool to support small game developers, but especially in a very niche hobby. Guys like we have here, Strat and APA have ruled the roost forever. And that's why it's so exciting to see games like Pocket Pennant Run Baseball are, got to give some love here too to Digital Diamond Baseball, looking to bridge that kind of artificial gap between cards and dice baseball and digital baseball. And Pocket Pennant Run does give you the best of both worlds. All right, on with the game. Always, Craig. Hey, Aaron.
Grounded to third, and the throw to first. Got him. That's one down. That brings up the shortstop. He's 1 for 1 with the single.
So, Aaron, you need to see. We need to see whether Pocket Pennant Run Baseball is accessible to you. I hope it is. It's such a great game. Craig says we hope by the autumn to put out an advanced version, physical edition. Oh man, take my money right now. That would contain all the advanced rules from the software to use in cards and dice. Oh my God, just take my money right now, Craig. Take it right now. Just take it right now. Okay, so Aaron, I started doing an Ernie Harwell game, but Chris Slovic had picked up Old Time Baseball from our McGreevy Discord and was wondering where all the seasons were. So I decided, but lesson learned, we know how unpredictable baseball is. I was playing a 1949 game, Phillies and Cardinals, and the Cardinals were just slapping the Phillies all over the place. 4-0 in the first, and the Phillies weren't very good in 1955. So I said, tell you what, Chris, I'll just auto-play out this game, and then I'll show you how to navigate a little bit of old-time baseball. Well, so I let it autoplay. The screen pops up. The Phillies end up winning that game 12-5. So that would have been a crazy one to do, but I'm glad to be in here with my old friend, Old Time Baseball, but most importantly with all you guys. And going to be checking out Craig's note on the patch, and if that fixes, why we'll get on there. It's probably just for me. I'm having trouble with this version starting. It's a Python error or something like that. So, but I get that running. I'll be back this evening with some pocket pennant run baseball. So tell your friends, tell your enemies, tell your neighbors' cats. Pocket pennant run baseball tonight, hopefully. All right. Take care, Craig. Thanks for coming in. Yeah, but as long as it would run with the narrator, Aaron, we have to check that out.
The payoff pitch. A high fly ball going out to center field. And he makes the catch. And now 2 outs. Coming up to bat is the slick fielding infielder. He's 0-for-1 with a strikeout.
Oh, that sucks, Aaron.
A looping drive to left field. Base hit for Terwilliger. Now coming up, Jim Hearn. He's 0-for-1 with a strikeout.
Oh, so Aaron, this is the Brooklyn Dodgers and New York Giants, 1955. Hey, cousin Ken, welcome in.
There's a shallow fly ball to left field, caught by Reese, and that's the 3rd out of the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 runner left on base. In the middle of the 5th, the score is 2-0. And now starting off the inning is the pitcher. He's 0-for-1 today.
By the way, just quick note here, just because I, care about you guys, love this whole family. Massive heat wave extending, as you know, from the Midwest into the Mid-Atlantic states, and I'm guessing up into New England this week. It's hot as hell here in the Commonwealth of PA and humid. Guys, just be careful. If you're a runner, you know what? Just take some walks. Stay hydrated. Please be careful. This is extremely dangerous weather. More people become seriously ill or worse during heat waves than they do in cold snaps. So please, please, please be careful this week. I don't think this is going to let up. I think we're looking at like 6 to 7 days of above 90 degrees. I know some places out in the Midwest, they're going to be, I know Omaha, Nebraska right now, right? The College World Series is going on, and they're looking at, it's seriously high temperatures there in the 100s. So be careful. Yeah. Be careful, guys. Please.
Fly ball to right field. A diving catch by Mueller. 1 down. Next batter, Jackie Robinson. He's 1-for-2 with 1 run batted in and with a double.
Hey, thank you for that, Tessie Ashpool. Good to see you, man. Absolutely. Stay hydrated, dudes. Seriously, man. Sucks out there. But sometimes you see some good scenery, so stay hydrated while you're watching the scenery. And I think you get what I mean there.
Fly ball to right field. Caught by Mays. 2 down. The throw to second base. Now that brings up the left fielder. He's 0-for-2 with a strikeout.
Victor's feeling fine there in South Hills.
Grounded. And the throw to first. Got him. That'll do it for the home team in the fifth. 3 up, 3 down. 5 innings gone. The score is 2-0. Leading off the inning, Dusty Rhodes. He's 1 for 2 with a strikeout and with a triple. Look at that one. It's going right to the wall. Fielded by Snyder. A 2-bagger for Rhodes. Now coming up, the catcher. He's 1 for 2 with a single. A line drive to the shortstop, and he makes the catch. The first out of the inning. Up next, Hank Thompson. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout. A liner to right field. That's a base hit for Thompson. 1 run scores. It's 2-1. Now batting Willie Mays. He's 1 for 2 with a double.
Pardon me.
Grounded, and he's out at second. Next batter, Don Mueller. He's 0 for 2 today. A hot grounder to second. That dribbler goes through the right side for a base hit. Base hit for Mueller. Now coming up, Gale Harris. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout. He comes to the stretch. There's a high pop-up to catcher. Caught by Campanella. That retires the side. 1 run, 3 hits, no errors, and 2 runners left stranded. We played 5.5. It's 2-1. Leading off the inning, Roy Campanella. He's 0 for 1 with a walk. He delivers. Fly ball to center field. Caught by Mays. 1 out now. The throw to second base. Now batting Duke Snyder. He's 0 for 1 with a walk.
That is correct, Aaron.
A liner to the shortstop. And the throw to first. Got him. Out number 2. Now that brings up Carl Furillo. He's had a good day at the plate. He's 2 for 2 with a single and with a double. The payoff pitch. Grounded up the middle for a base hit. And the throw to first. And he drops it. That brings up the first baseman. He's 0 for 2 with 1 run batted in. There's a drive, and it's up the left field alley. Look at that one. It's going right to the wall. Fielded by Rhodes. A double for Hodges. Hitting for the shortstop. The left-hander hitting 263. That's an intentional walk. Pinch hitting for the second baseman. The right-hander batting .325. Fly ball to center field. And he makes the catch. And that retires the side. No runs, 1 hit, 1 error, and they leave them loaded. That's 6 in the books. It's 2-1. Leading off the inning, the shortstop. He's 1 for 2 with a single. Hey, that one's up the right field alley. Look at that one. It's going right to the wall.
I know, amazing, isn't it, cousin?
The throw to the plate. He slides in under the tag. And inside the park, home run for the shortstop. That's tied at 2. Now coming up, Wayne Terwilliger. He's 1 for 2 with a strikeout and with a single.
You know, and some baseball historians have argued that the 1952 and 1953 Brooklyn Dodgers were better than these 1955 world champion Dodgers. But yeah, all kinds of great talent. And actually, you know, as much as they were called the bums and stuff like that, and a lot of baseball drama in that one block ballpark, Ebbets Field, the Brooklyn Dodgers were very frequently a very, very tough team, just fell short all the time against the Yankees. So it had to be so sweet, right? But I know one game that we're going to replay once the player pictures release is done for Pocket Pennant Run. One of the famous games in baseball we'll revisit and have fun with is the 1951 game between the Brooklyn Dodgers and New York Giants. Bobby Thompson, the shot heard round the world. So the Giants pretty much were languid throughout the 1951 season. The Dodgers were on a tear. All of a sudden, the Dodgers swoon. The Giants catch fire. And it comes down to that pivotal game. And if you've seen the Godfather movie, I guess Francis Ford Coppola, whatever, wanted to find a good broadcast there in 1972. So even though Sonny's death happens in 1946, I believe, in the movie, the baseball game that you're listening to when Sonny is at the Turnpike toll booth is the 1951 Bobby Thompson game. So a little trivia for you, but that is so heartbreaking. So everybody knows about Russ Hodges' call, but you can find Red Barber's call, and it was pretty much the Giants win, and that was it. You just hear the heartbreak in the old redhead's voice. But the rivalry between these two teams, so fierce, so fierce. Hey, Paul, how you doing? Paul's on holiday in Old Blighty, and then on his way to the colonies next.
Plate. It hits him.
Uh-oh. Good to see you, Paul.
Now batting, Jim Hearn. He's nothing for 2 with a strikeout.
Craig was here earlier, Paul.
Called strike 3. 1 out now. Coming up to bat, Dusty Rhodes. He's 2 for 3 with a double and with a triple.
Oh, okay. Then you knew he was on. Okay.
The runner goes. He dives in safely. He steals second. That's an intentional walk.
Well, beginning of the game, there was an attempted inside the park home run. The guy was gunned down at the plate, Aaron.
Hitting for Bill Taylor, the left-hander, hitting .266.
Good game going on here.
Grounded right back to the pitcher. Look out now. Hey, that throw sailed high and wide, and it's going to be an error on the shortstop. And he's out at second. Now that brings up Hank Thompson. He's 1 for 3 with 1 run batted in and with a single. Grounded to second. That dribbler goes through the right side for a base hit. And he drops it, safe at second. That's a base hit for Thompson, driving in a run. And the score, 3-2.
So, Paul, this is a game called Old Time Baseball, and you can get it for free on our Discord. This came out in 1995. Yeah, it is. It's the commentary is great. Not at the level of Baseball for Windows, but it's damn good. You can choose between Mel Allen or Kurt Gowdy. Comes with 110 baseball seasons plus some extra things. You can do drafts in this thing, create any type of league that you want. It's really the grandfather, if you will, of both Out of the Park Baseball and MLB The Show. It's an incredible game. I just love it. So, yeah, great stuff. Great stuff. All right, back to it. We're playing an exhibition game, 1955, Brooklyn Dodgers and New York Giants. And right now, the Giants have the upper hand, 3-2. Yeah, a lot of errors in this game. Looks like dead ball. How about it, Aaron?
The runner goes. Grounded. And the throw to first. Got him. 2 runs, 2 hits, 1 error, and 2 runners left stranded. Hitting now into the bottom of the 7th inning, and the score, 3-2. Pinch hitting for the left-hander, batting .275.
Tony La Russa was the manager behind the consultant for all the AI in this game, by the way.
He comes to the plate. A line drive to right field. Look at that one. It's going right to the wall.
Hey, Craig, welcome back.
To second base.
The man with the scary mind is here,
That's
too.
A base hit. Now that brings up Jackie Robinson. He's 1 for 3 with 1 run batted in and with a double. He delivers for ball 4. That's 3 walks given up in just 6 innings.
Aye, they both were, Aaron, definitely.
Now that brings up the left fielder. He's nothing for 3 with a strikeout.
The merciless Paul tells Craig he should be busy. Oh, man.
It's a slow ground ball hit
Jack,
out to
hey,
first.
buddy.
He dives in safely.
Jack Dawson, new adoptee of Dombrov Baseball. How you doing, pal? Good to see you.
Base hit for the left fielder. Coming up next is Roy Campanella. He's nothing for 2 with a walk.
All right, Dodgers got him sold out here. Let's see.
There's a shallow fly ball to right field. And he makes the catch. That's 1 down. That brings up Duke Snyder. He's nothing for 2 with a walk. Grounded up the middle for a base hit. It's a bouncer right through the infield. That's a base hit for Snyder. That drives in a run. The score, 3 each. Now coming up, Carl Furillo. He's 2 for 3.
Oh, I'll show you a little bit, Paul, after
double.
this game, what you can do with this game, if you can hang in for a little bit. With apologies to Mrs. Paul.
Here comes the pitch. A high chopper right back to the pitcher. And he's out at second. And the throw to first. That drives in a run. It's 4-3. Now
Yay.
batting the first
All right.
baseman. He's 1 for 3 with 1 run batted in and with a double.
All right, Dodgers back on top, gents, 4-3 here.
For ball 4. Now batting the shortstop, batting .239.
Hey, it's Popeye, Don Zimmer. All right.
Called strike 3. That'll do it for the home team in the 7th. That's strikeout number 1 for the pitcher today. 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors, and they leave them loaded. After 7 full, it's 4-3. Leading off the inning, Don Mueller. He's 1 for 3 with the single.
Good man, Craig.
There's a high pop-up, the catcher. Foul.
Oh yeah, Aaron, what a great
to the
rivalry.
plate.
Oh my goodness.
It's grabbed by Snyder. That's a base hit for Mueller. Pinch hitting for Bobby Hoffman, the right-hander, batting .266.
So, of course, Aaron, we know that rivalry carried over to the West Coast, but to really because everybody talks about Red Sox Yankees, this one, every bit as brutal. I mean, families were split. Giants fans, New York Giants fans, Brooklyn fans. In fact, in Field of Dreams, in the movie Field of Dreams, listen to what Kevin Costner has to say about why he's a Brooklyn Dodger fan. I mean, it was everything I've read. It was really like that. And that rivalry continues out on the West Coast. So Red Sox Yankees might be the most famous, but this one, Giants and Dodgers, every bit as intense. Every bit as intense. And yep, they played each other tough all the time. All the time.
The runner goes. Fly ball to center field. Caught by Snyder. 1 out now. Now batting the shortstop. He's 2 for 3 with a single and with a homer. There's a high pop-up to the shortstop. Caught by the shortstop. That's 2 away. Coming up to bat, Foster Castleman. He's got the power to turn this ball game around with 1 swing. Hitting .214. Here comes the pitch. A liner to second. Fielded by Snyder. Base hit for Castleman. Pinch hitting for the right-hander, batting .243. Here comes the pitch. Strike 3. That ends the inning. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 2 runners left on base. Going into the bottom of the 8th inning, it's 4-3. And now starting off the inning is the second baseman. Strike 3. He struck him out. 1 down. That brings up the pitcher, hitting .286. Strike 3. 2 down. That's 2 strikeouts for the pitcher today. Now batting Jackie Robinson. He's 1 for 3 with 1 run batted in and with a double. It hits him. Coming up to bat, the left fielder. He's 1 for 4 with a strikeout and with a single. He comes to the stretch for ball 4. Now coming up, Roy Campanella. He's nothing for 3 with a walk. Strike 3. That retires the side. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 2 runners left on base. After 8 full, it's 4-3.
Hey, Jeff, welcome in. Thanks for that. Really appreciate it.
Leading off the inning, Dusty Rhodes. He's 2 for 3 with a double and with a triple. Here comes the pitch. Up next, the catcher. The payoff pitch. Next batter, Hank Thompson. He's 2 for 4 with 1 run batted in and with 2 singles. For ball 4. That's his second walk. And suddenly they have the winning run in scoring position. Up next, Willie Mays. He's 1 for 4 with a double. The third, caught by Robinson. 1 out now, not in time. Now batting, Don Mueller. He's 2 for 4 with 2 singles. There's a hot smash to right field. That dribbler goes through the right side for a base hit. Base hit for Mueller. That drives in a run. It's 4-4. Next batter, Robbie Hoffman. He's 0 for 1 in this game. Fly ball to left field. Caught by, that's 2 away. Next batter, the shortstop. He's 2 for 4 with a single and for the homer. A hot grounder. And he's out at second. That ends the inning. 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, and they leave them loaded. As we go to the bottom of the 9th inning, it's 4-4. Leading off the inning, Duke Snyder. He's 1 for 3 with 1 run batted in and with a single. A line drive to center field, and he makes the catch. 1 down. Now that brings up Carl Furillo. He's 2 for 4 with a single and with a double. For ball 4. Coming up next is the first baseman. He's 1 for 3 with 1 run batted in and with a double. Strike 3. And now 2 outs. Now batting the shortstop. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Fly ball to center field. And he makes the catch. That ends the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 runner left on base. After 9 complete, it's 4-4. And now starting off the inning is Foster Castleman. He's 1 for 1 with a single. There's a shallow fly ball to center field. Caught by the shortstop, the first out of the inning. Up next, the pitcher, batting 0-53.
I thought I mentioned to you before, Paul. Yeah, we do.
Grounded to third.
I have to get you the invite.
First. Got him, and now 2 outs.
We'll get an invite to you.
That, Dusty Rhodes. He's had a good day at the plate. He's 2 for 3 with a double and with a triple. A line drive to right field. Caught by Furillo. That's the 3rd out of the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on. Middle of the 10th. It's 4-4. Leading off the inning, the second baseman. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. He comes to the plate. Strike 3. 1 down. Pinch hitting for Rube Walker, the left-hander, batting .252. There's a hot smash to center field. It's a bouncer right through the infield. A single for Walker. Next batter, Jackie Robinson. He's 1 for 3 with 1 run batted in and with a double. Here comes the pitch. There's a high pop-up to catch it. Foul. Grounded. The throw to second base, and he's out at second. Now that brings up the left fielder. He's 1 for 4 with a walk and with a single. He delivers. There's the shallow fly ball to right field. Caught by Castleman. That retires the side. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 runner left on base. That's 10 in the books. It's 4-4. Leading off, the catcher. Fly ball to center field. Caught by Snyder. 1 out now. That brings up Hank Thompson. He's 2 for 4 with 1 run batted in and with 2 singles. Here comes the pitch. A looping drive down the left field line. Foul.
Oh, definitely, Craig.
A liner to the shortstop. Gobbled up by the shortstop.
Great
and
community
the throw
in
to
there.
first. Got him.
Great community.
That's 2 away. That brings up Willie Mays. He's 1 for 5 with a double. Here comes the pitch. A looping drive to left field. Caught by the shortstop. That retires the side. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on. Middle of the 11th. It's 4-4. And now starting off the inning is Roy Campanella. He's 0 for 4 with a strikeout and with a walk. Here comes the pitch. A line drive down the left field line. Look at that one. It's going right to the wall.
Yeah, Jeff, absolutely. I'll get that done right after this game. I'll put the link in the chat. You have to use the web version of Discord.
And he eases into second base with a 2-bagger. And
Let me know if
suddenly
it works.
they have the winning run in scoring position. Coming up to bat, Duke Snyder. He's 1 for 4 with 1 run batted in and with a single.
You're part of the family here, Jeff. First timer or here forever.
He reels it in. The first out of the inning. Coming up to bat, Carl Perillo. He's 2 for 4 with a single and with a double. Grounded to the shortstop. It's a bouncer right through the infield. He's up the ball and throws to third. Hey, he's safe. That's a base hit for Perillo. Now batting the first baseman. He's 1 for 4 with 1 run batted in and with a double. To left field. Caught by out number 2. Now coming up, the shortstop. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout. He comes to the stretch. Strike 3. And that retires the side. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 2 runners left stranded. After 11 innings of play, it's 4-4. Leading off, Don Mueller. He's had a good day at the plate. He's 3 for 5 with 1 run batted in and with 3 singles. Here comes the pitch. A liner to the shortstop and the throw to first. Got him. That brings up Robbie Hoffman. He's nothing for 2 in this game. For ball 4.
Absolutely, Craig. Sure is.
That brings up the shortstop. He's 2 for 5 with a single and for the homer. A high fly ball
Is this
going
it?
out to left field. Going, gone. A 2-run blast for the shortstop. The score, 6-4. Now coming up, Foster Castleman. He's 1 for 2 with the single. Called strike 3, 2 down. Now coming up, the pitcher. He's nothing for 1 in this game. Here comes the pitch. To left field. And he makes the catch. And that retires the side. 2 runs, 1 hit, no errors, and nobody left on. Well into extra innings, the score 6-4. Leading off the second baseman. He's nothing for 2 with 2 strikeouts. A line drive to center field. Snared by Mays. 1 out now. They'll throw to second base.
I do.
Pinch hitting for the right-hander, batting .240.
We got like 6 Bucco fans now in the family, Jeff. Love it.
Here comes the pitch. Grounded. It's a bouncer right through the infield. A single for Hope. Now coming up, Jackie Robinson. He's 1 for 4 with 1 run batted in and with a double.
All right, come on, Jackie. Come on.
A high chopper. Gobbled up by the shortstop. And the throw to first. Not in time. That's a base hit to Robinson. Now coming up, the left fielder. He's 1 for 5 with a walk and with a single. A line drive to center field. Caught by Mays. That's 2 away. Next batter, Roy Campanella. He's 1 for 5 with a walk and with a double. For ball 4. Coming up next is Duke Snyder. He's 1 for 5 with 1 run batted in and with a single. A line drive to second, caught by Castleman. And that's the 3rd out of the inning. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, and they leave them loaded. Top of the 13th, the score 6-4. And the ball game is over. And that's the ball game. This is Mel Allen saying so long, everybody. See you tomorrow. Goodbye.
Crazy game. The Giants take down the Dodgers in this exhibition 6-4. All right, so let's go ahead and click done. And there, so you get a nice box score, and you can see everybody. Wow, Brooklyn really hitting the. I didn't even realize Koufax was in there for a little bit. And let's look at the other team. So yeah, both of them going deep in the bullpen. New York pulls it out. Good game. So you can click save if you're, if you want to save all these stats and everything. But I do want to show you some of what this game can do, just really quickly. And I will get those. I'll do the Discord invites in a second. All right. So here's the splash screen for Old Time Baseball. Even has some cool music if you want to turn it on. Stadium histories. So you could do fantasy drafts, everything in this game. But let's start with exhibition game. So, and let's do this. Let's load a universe so that you guys can see what you're going to see. This is what confused Chris when he first got this game. All right. And again, this is available in the Discord along with 2 other baseball games, Pure Sim and Strategy Baseball. So feel free to download them once you're a member. All right. So if you go to exhibition game, and you just installed this game, this is what you're going to see. And you'll be like, wow, geez, Beatles, you said there was 110 seasons here. Well, there are. So trust me. But this was the default. This is the default league that will open up until you start doing things. And this is really, really fun. Post-war, pre-war leagues, stuff like that. So if you want to, let's go to where the real magic is. If you click on CD-ROM, there they are. So you have Negro leagues here, and then you have 1871 through 1981. You even have the Players League, the Union Association, the American Association, the Federal League is in here. So lots of great stuff. Comes with 16 ballparks. So if you are playing, say 1970s baseball, you're not going to see Riverfront, and you're not going to see Three Rivers. You're going to see Crosley and Forbes, but so what? It's fun. It used to be that you could import stadiums from Tony La Russa Baseball 3 into this game, or from this game into Tony La Russa Baseball 3. You can't do that anymore, unfortunately. But for what this game can do, no big deal. So I'm going to stay at 1955 was fun. We'll just pick another, though. We'll just pick the 1941 season, as that was a great one. So let's let that load up. And now we're in 1941. So if I click exhibition game, there we go. There's everybody in 1941. What else can you do in this thing? So you can remove teams into these baseball universes, they're called. You can edit it. You can create your very own. So, really, sky's the limit. You can create players in this game, edit them. Did I mention you can do a complete fantasy draft? You can do that. All kinds of things. It will track everything as you're going on. Of course, you got to set manager profiles in this game. We already talked about that. And here's create teams. You can edit their names, their colors, edit player stats, add players to any specific team. Assign stadiums. Again, you're working with 16 ballparks. Osborne Associates, big architectural firm, able to get the blueprints to these 16 ballparks that are included. It's really, really cool. Import stats, import stadiums are probably the 2 things you're not going to be able to use. This has a great help system. So if you go to the help system, theoretically speaking here, okay, let me go back to the main screen here. Main menu, and then we'll go to it. There we go. Help on. Boink, that's better. So there you go. You're never going to be lost in this game. The other nice thing is the version that I've put up there. You don't have to know how to use DOSBox. This thing is ready to play. All right. Paul said he enjoyed the game. Yeah, so the Astrodome is not in this game at all. Great game. Hey, awesome, right? How about it, Jack? So Jack is a fan of Don Broad. We've got a couple guys in here that are loving Don Broad baseball, so I'm glad to hear that. It's a fine game once you get past the initial aesthetic or lack thereof. It's a really good game. So any of these things that you click on, for instance, so again, you got to kind of, right? So like, look, if you want to build playoffs, right? How do you build playoffs? There you go. To move a team from the league to a playoff slot, click and drag the name. So it tells you how to do everything, how to start new seasons. Let's go to our index again. So how do you create your own baseball universe? So this is, I'm not going to read all this stuff to you. When you get the game, this has a great help system. good stuff. Back to the index. Wow, what can I say? You can keep track of games of note in this thing. You can watch a team. 1995. And again, you could choose to have Kurt Gowdy or Mel Allen call the games. I suggest Mel Allen just because he says more names. So again, I will say that unlike APBA Baseball for Windows, these announcers do not say the name of every player. You've noticed that. So I don't know what criteria they used. I mean, Sandy Amaro certainly, but he didn't get his name. But Castleman did. So go figure. You can do trades in this thing. It's really an amazing, and this is a testament to the brilliance of Don Daglow. Check out the Sabre sites. Check out the YouTube channel for Sabre. There's a great interview with Don Daglow. And one thing that I loved in that is he said, boy, if the funding was available and everything, he always had wanted to do a sequel to Old Time Baseball, and I think it would be amazing. So yeah, so from 82 to 97, I have them. The problem is, Aaron, is you kind of have to mount them on a virtual CD-ROM drive, and you have to get this game to be able to recognize them. And I haven't been able to figure out how to do that yet. So yeah, you can expand this. It gives you I think it's 1982 to 92 or something like that. But for me, this game is really about other things. So I'm going to show Paul a couple other things, and then we'll get out of here. There's too much to show just in right here. So let's just choose 1941, and we're not gonna play the game. So we're going to choose the Red Sox and the Yankees in 1941. This was really something amazing for its time. To my knowledge, the only game that was doing sort of era normalization was Full Count Baseball at this time. So this was very, 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 very new. So you could, I could select a specific year. So even though we selected 1941 as the season, we could play this in any season that we wanted to. We could take this back to the dead ball era. We could move it forward. And let's just read the about so that you get a sense. Again, a game from 1995. It's incredible. So the time machine mathematically levels the statistical playing field between different years or eras of baseball history. For example, a hitter from the dead ball era performed very differently if brought forward into the 1950s. Now you can simulate competition between players and teams with different eras with unprecedented accuracy. Select a specific year to adjust ball players' performance standards accordingly. Selecting an era will reference average performance standards of all the years of that era. So this was, again, huge. Wow. Yeah, it's just incredible. You know, you can go to a fantasy draft here. So if you're one of those folks that, you know, you want to try something different and dump everybody into a draft pool, go for it. So much fun. You got your draft set up. You can set your team pool here and stuff like that. Now, your team pool is always going to be the teams from the universe you have selected. So, yeah, you know, you might want to, you know, just see, for instance, you know, what would happen in 1941 if everything was shook up. Go for it. And then you can go to draft day. You can set up the team, or you can set up general manager profiles in this game, as you can see here. So if we select Boston, you can just experiment with this thing. So Out of the Park Baseball calls itself the Infinite Sandbox, and I've said a few times during this broadcast that both MLB The Show and Out of the Park Baseball are the result of this game. So, and I mean, going through that, you know, obviously games before then showing that evolution, pure sim baseball, high heat baseball, but really MLB The Show and Out of the Park Baseball trace them both back to here. When you think about this, guys, in 1995, this game, really a text-based baseball game, you could play as an arcade game. Don't do it. just manage or do computer versus computer, because it's really jank to try to play it as an arcade game. Play MLB The Show or Extra Innings or Super Mega Baseball for that. But think about this. In 1995, there was nothing else that gave you this depth. So you could change, what each of these your general manager was going to be doing in this draft. So, if you want him to go pitching. If you want to go custom, and then you can really, you can see here, I can change all of these ratings. You can only go up to 100, so you've got to make some sacrifices. So you want to make a custom general manager, go ahead. Power hungry, you can see that's changing now. He's going to be going more for power rather than speed. In 1941, that kind of makes sense. If this was 1914, then you want this. And you can see how, again, this is switching up. So pretty cool. And you can do this for every team. So you can, like Out of the Park Baseball, you can get really, really super deep with this game. Okay. When I get out of here, I'm going to put the Discord links. Yes, you can set your own schedule. Yeah, right. So Paul saying his mind was blown that this was available then. So a little history about this game too. So back in the golden days of PC gaming, right? You had the nice boxes and everything, and the hefty manuals, and this had them both. It had this great thing, and it boasted over 12,000 players and 110 seasons, and it was so cool. I mean, and you would open the front part of the box. If you guys remember, they had those kind of that kind of magnet packaging on some of the more expensive games. You would open it, and there was a little music box inside, even that played "Take Me Out to the Ball Game." It's really, there's so much you can do. Yeah, there's a little bit of jank going on there, some glitches and things like that. But 1995, this game, I think, flew under the radar of many, many people. And I think because, ironically, its focus was old-time baseball, but people are now rediscovering it. And that's why I'm so happy that I'm able to offer this to you guys. Couple other things here. Again, Paul, I could do a 7-hour broadcast just on old-time baseball and what you can do. And I may do another one if more people do pick it up, because there was a couple things that you have to do no matter what season you're playing, or else you'll be hit with the dread off-the-wall single bug. All right. You can look at stadium histories here, and if you are good with getting in the guts of DOSBox, you could actually look at all of these fields and stuff like that. But let's just pick, since we're at Ebbets, let's pick Ebbets. And even without doing the interactive look at the ballpark, you get a nice little summary history of Ebbets. And then you can just get these couple close-up pictures and stuff like that. So pretty cool. You can see who the author of this. So Michael Gershman actually did the, and this is a great book, Diamonds. So I remember I left this book in Europe, unfortunately. But anybody who reads baseball literature knows Michael Gershman's name. All right, back to the main menu. Good God, what can you do? You can do it all, man. So, I mean, creating a team. All right. So, again, players from this list, but maybe you want to load something in more like an all-time greats. But I can add, delete players very, very easily. There's Joe Cronin, right? So I'll just put Joe Cronin. Look at that. Drag and drop. There you go. That simple. I want maybe Lou Boudreau. Why not? Let's be tough at shortstop, right? Pretty incredible, right? You can go to a new source. So let's go to a new source. Now check this out. I can go to 1917, all right? And we go to 1917. Now I mean, create any team you want, man, right? So let's have Oscar Stanage from the Tigers. So now he's going to be catching on this team that I'm creating. Old-time baseball. You don't have to buy it, Victor. I'm gonna be putting a link to the Discord in the chat, and you'll be able to download it. I have a link right to my Google Drive. Okay? But hang in there, man. So Paul says he may have had to resign from work if they had back then. They would have given you your cards, one of the two. Right? So again, let's go to new source, and we can go to CD-ROM. And I'm sorry, guys, I just get so super stoked about this game. Let's go to 1929. All right, let's load 1929, and let's add some pictures. So obviously, well, Pete Alexander, we're not going to be choosing Pete, but there is a guy I'm looking for here from 1929. So let's get him in here. There's not a search function, so yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is. There he is. So we're going to have Lefty Grove on here, definitely. And it's kind of fun. Again, you could just load in a bunch of universes, do a staff. But, boy, right there, how about that? Lefty Grove and Carl Hubble, these guys are going to pitch all day. Go for a two-man rotation, whatever you want to. All right? That's simple. Let's click done. Yeah, so that's all right. I'm going to go back to the main screen, main menu. All right, we're not going to worry about that. Holy moly. I don't even know where we are here. So I think we're still, yeah, we are still in 1941. So right now we don't have, you have to actually set a schedule. There's no schedule yet. You can see like what Boston's only playing 3 games. So you do got to do that. And you would do as start new season. And then this is the this is where you're going to be starting to do your there's a generated schedule. Boom, 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 boom. This will be 154. So this does not have as played schedules. So I'm sorry about that. But considering everything else that it has, why not? You could actually just go right in and look at this. So, you're welcome, Victor. So look, I'm half Irish, half Italian, right? So got to help out a paisan here, right? So Out of the Park Baseball just recently, within the past few editions, had created this tournament system, right? Their tournament system. You could do this in 1995 with this game, right? Play anybody against anybody. Didn't matter. Look at that. And just go. So now you understand, Paul, why I could go on for hours about this incredible, incredible game. Hey, Jack. Yeah, Jack, I think you'll enjoy this game a lot. Jack, you keep switching seasons as you're playing in Dombrov. You're like a kid in a candy store, man. I love it. I love it. You're a man after my own heart. It's like, I have all these seasons. I want to play them all. But don't forget in Dombrov baseball how really customizable that game is as well. So yeah, guys, we can set up a tournament going on here, and super, super cool. Let's go back to the main menu. Yes, I do get geeked. There's much more to discover. If there's interest in this, more of you guys pick this up. I'll be very glad to do. I know the tutorials are better when they're pre-recorded, but I like to do sort of live tutorials. So that way, if there's a Q&A, you guys have a question. Hey, Beatles, how do I ... I like to answer questions in real time because as an educator, I do know that when one person has a question, even though you got a classroom of 30 people, right? So one student asks a question, believe me, at least 17 other people are remaining quiet and they have the same question. Paul says, definitely going to have fun with this. Thank you so much for the classic show, man. You got it. Yikes. All right. Hi, Mrs. Paul. Thank you. All right, guys, let me jump out of here. And so let me get out of here and just get something up here. I'm not going to do another game. Don't worry. So pardon all the icons that are going to show up on your screen here in a second. I'll make them go away in a minute by just bringing up Diamond Mine Baseball, just to have something there. And which we did Diamond Mine we did a game last night, Diamond Mine Baseball. All right, let me find that Discord invite. Please, please, please use accept the invite and let it do its thing. Oopsie, let it do its thing on the web, if you would. For some reason, my Discord link doesn't work in the Discord app. I don't know why, but there you go. You're able to get on successfully. Let me know. If not, I'll pass a note to John DFW. There is the Discord link. It's a great community, guys. So this isn't just about, free baseball games or anything like that, or free seasons. And I'm going to talk a little bit about those before we go. I'm probably going to do a broadcast about our Discord, actually. I think we are well past time for that, because I really thought that a bunch of you knew about it. Not only do we have these free games, we have roster sets up there for different seasons, things like that. It's a great community. It's a great way for you guys to sort of talk about what you're doing in your own projects, talk about the baseball season. People have uploaded videos that they found on YouTube. Baseball videos, really cool. It is baseball focused. That's not to say you can't talk about other stuff, but it really is. A lot of the Dwayne Martz is on there. Bernie Strong. A lot of people on the Ned McGreevy Discord. So please do join. Please do join. It's a lot of fun. Hey, Kevin Blay, how are you, man? I haven't seen you in a while. Great to see you. So loved it. Loved old time baseball. Yeah, it's fantastic, man. It's fantastic. What more can be said about it? Just you again, you've got to play around with it. There's certain things you got to do to make it run right, but it will run nicely for you. I hope you guys really enjoy it. Please let me know. So you've been keeping some odd hours. Yeah, I haven't been much on myself, Kevin. I've been not only with work, but I've created 3 other YouTube channels that have nothing to do with baseball. And I've been working on those and doing a lot of video creation and uploads. So they're like all animated and music and all that kind of stuff, and trying to get those off the ground. Those will not ever be live channels except for one. So that's kept me kind of busy, and then just going through a breakup with somebody right now. Again, same person, but I think this is final, unfortunately. You got to get back on the horse, man. Got to get back on the horse. So, guys, let me know right now if you can. Try to join the Discord. Let me know if you're in. Friend me. I am Beatles Eternally on there. Okay? So just look for me and go from there. And we will do a... in fact, I'll just show you this really quickly. We're not going to go in depth, but I'm going to show you guys what you can expect in our Discord. So give me a sec here, and I'm going to drag this over so you guys can see just how amazing this community is. John actually sent me a message. All right, cool. Thank you, John. All right, so this is our Ned McGreevy Discord and all the goofiness. So here you can see along the left-hand side, we've got dead ball videos, other videos, people's projects, just a general baseball sub-channel. Jack, thank you, man. That means a lot. So you're going to find games in here you play. So Steve Tate's Negro League stuff is in here. Now, also, although I'm not part of their Fields of Dreams, there's a Discord for Fields of Dreams. That's a 24 owner league team that's run by Steve Tate and Big Clue. I'm not involved in that anymore, but another great baseball resource. But looking at what we have here, so we got our welcome, introduce yourself. We've got announcements. People are posting their game results of the games that they're playing here all the way through. So whatever you play, look, there's some action PC stuff. And people are putting basketball in there. That's fine. There's no rule that says you've got to just post baseball games. Although, again, this is a baseball-centric thing. You got questions and answers. Pop them in here. People will answer them. I don't know what 2042 is dead is. This is pretty much just a free form. Ask whatever you want in here. Fun stuff. So then we have dedicated sort of channels or whatever. So here, John DFW kindly had let me know about the update to the baseball history collection. It's coming out. So this one, the only thing that we do ask is if you're posting a score or something that has to do with a specific game on here, John is always adding new sort of sub channels to this, or whatever you call them in Discord. So just please, if it's about out of the park baseball, put it there if you could. So pretty easy to navigate. Here's one for Diamond Mind, and so nice to see people posting. One of my favorite games is Diamond Mind Baseball. Digital Diamond, of course. You're going to see Dwayne Martz hanging out a lot in this one. He's the community guru for great game. I don't do on this channel. I have it, but what can I say? I will at some point. Inside Pitch. So this is RJL Network and stuff here. So, and anybody that plays Inside Pitch, if you're an out of the park junkie like me, well, looky there. I put a player database in here for you guys to get. What is this thing? Enables you to create any damn team you can imagine out of the park baseball. So good stuff. And I'm going to show you a couple other things here before we go. So let me see what else. Do you guys play PC Replay Baseball? Look at that. You got your own home. I don't play this game, so I don't visit this one. But there, you got a home. How about Pocket Pennant Run? So this one, people are still just finding this game. So hopefully Pocket Pennant Run players, please jump in. Status Pro. You Status Pro player. There you go. Look, we got Al Wilson, who's an awesome dude, by the way. I don't think he knows who I am, but I know who he is. Al Wilson's created things like fast inning baseball and stuff for free. You can sort of give to charity, but this guy, Al Wilson, is absolutely amazing. I'd love to get Al Wilson on here sometime. So there's that. Strat players, you weren't forgotten. So here's there's all kinds of strat going on. This is a super amazing community, guys, here. And I think the really cool thing about it is that I felt that like guys that aren't that aren't creating content, do what we crazy people here do, by calling these baseball games and stuff like that or what have you. Oh, geez, I gotta give a little reaction to that one. Yay! All right, thank you, John. That was February. I was a little bit too late. February, but this is a chance for you guys. If you're not doing this stuff, this is a way for you to say, hey, I'm doing this. I'm really excited about that. And we really, 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 really encourage you. Talk about your games. Talk about your projects. Really, really, really super cool. Holy moly. I just realized that I'm going to have to ask John to add this because Appa is not in here. I can't believe that. I'm going to have to ask John to add a channel for Appa. So I'll shoot him a message. So now the next one is other baseball games. And this is where you're going to start finding the goodies. All right. So, Chris, we already answered his question. There is the link, Victor. If you are still here, when you click on this, you'll be able to get Old Time Baseball. All right. But this is also, here's where you can get Pure Sim Baseball. That was a competitor to Out of the Park Baseball. And in 2015, Sean Sullivan made an announcement in his forums that he was going to be doing a sequel. Therefore, he was making the game freely available. And I was able to find it on the Internet Archive a few years ago before it disappeared. So this is a superb baseball game. Get it. And then it's Strategy Baseball is the freeware spin-off of this. But what I want to, it's a good game in its own. But what I want to call your attention to is this right here. And this is the Strategy Baseball Complete Face Pack, 1903 to 2019. What's really super cool about this, that people have wanted, say an action PC baseball or out of the park baseball. Like, because if you're like me, I don't like face gen. So I applaud the effort, but until Hannes Wagner no longer has a goatee I'm not using it. Any of you new to the family here, I'm mainly a dead ball era 19th century, and it does great with modern players. Anyhow, this splits everything into decades for you. So let's say that you're just playing 1970s. You don't want to have to sift through, 18,000 player photos or 19,000 player photos or whatever. Each thing is broken up. So 1900s, 1910s, 10s to 20s, and so forth. So good stuff there. Also, other baseball games. You can see Legend Sports Universe posting stuff in here, what goes on in his. Sean, World Sports Gamer, hopefully he'll come back at some point. A nice little video here on Sherco Baseball. So here's where you can kind of dig deep, and there's some arcade stuff there for you. So I hope you guys will really, really enjoy it. So Steve Tate's Negro League file is somewhere in here. So Steve did a fantastic job there, and certainly miss him over in this Discord, but very, very busy running what he's doing there. And so we do have some crossover from the Fields of Dreams League into here. So if you want to see what those guys are doing without joining their Discord, you certainly can hang out over here. People are talking about their projects. Hell, it looks like I've already done the broadcast on this thing. So projects, this is where you're really going to be able to keep up with Legend Sports Universe and what he's doing with MLB The Show. It is nothing short of fantastic. So, wow. And then just kind of general baseball chat. This, by the way, is where, so I'm doing that Boston.com tournament. I put this up here for you guys to just see the teams and where I got my source material. Some dead ball videos. This is kind of an artifact of the Ned McGreevy League, so which is a 19th century and dead ball league that we're going to be reviving. And other videos, God knows what's in here. I have no idea. Probably just, yeah, whatever. So yeah, like there's some football, there's cricket and stuff like that. So that's it. And hope you guys enjoy. And make sure to grab Old Time Baseball, get Pure Sim Baseball, get Strategy Baseball, and just have a lot of fun. And I want to check something before I go to let you know whether there's going to be a Pocket Pennant Run game later. To see whether Craig had left me. He said he left me some sort of message or something. So let's see what we can see. I'm trying to load the patch. After you unzip and extract the file, drag and drop the file into your main PPR folder with the artwork and DB file. If you have done that and are still receiving an error, it would be necessary to download the full version. I did download the full version. Oops. Okay. Looks like I've got to try to mess around to see if I can get this thing going. But if I can. So I'm not doing the patch. I'm doing the full version. I have to make sure I have no. So I don't know. If I can get this running, we will. Let's see. If it is, you have extracted to a different folder or are trying to run the app, not from within the no, I am trying to run it from within the Pocket Pen Run folder. I'll diss around with it a little bit, and we will figure it out. All right, guys. What can I say? Not much. I think you guys have had enough here of my prattling on. Any other questions before we go? Bueller. All right, guys, stay safe in this heat. It is nasty. I don't care if you think you're like, the heat's nothing, man. I can take it. Just take care of yourselves out there. This is way more dangerous than having cold snaps. Bad stuff. If you don't have air conditioning, you don't have a fan, I hate to sound like your dad here, or your mom, go find a place. Universities are great places to go. A lot of the buildings are open. Go sit in a library. If your city has cooling areas and you don't have a fan, you don't have air conditioning, get out, Please take care of your pets. And also, if you can, do some nice things. You got some old Tupperware or something. You got some old bowls running around, or sitting around. You know what? Wildlife going to be getting thirsty too. Put out a few bowls of water out there for the squirrels, for the birds, whatever. Yeah, do a good turn for nature, man. It's all good. But mainly take care of yourselves, all right? I don't want to be here any of you guys getting heat sickness. I'll kick all your arses. All right? Hopefully everybody... I'm just waiting a couple more seconds here to make sure that the Discord link is working for you guys. Again, just look for me on there, Beatles Eternally. Friend me if you want. We can always back and forth some baseball. And that's pretty much it. Let me see. Yeah, see, that's what I think I got rid of it again. So, all right. So that is our Discord. Let me close it. We'll let Diamond Mind live there for a while. Okay, we went 2 hours and 12 minutes. Holy moly! So thank you to Jack Dawson for coming in. To Kevin Blay, thank you very much. FAC Sports Desk with Paul. Hopefully Mrs. Paul wasn't roasting him too much. Victor Murati, thank you very much, man, for coming in. Aaron Reed, the man of 1,000 voices. Jeff Ray, we've got to get you a wrench next time that you're in here. 3 times you're in here, you get a wrench. Craig Harris, got to get a wrench. I'm going to have to send Paul and Craig their Discord invites through Facebook, which I'll happily do. So Ken Castro, heart and soul of this channel, was here, and really always awesome when he's here. Tessie Ashpool was here. Thank you, buddy. Good to see you always. Samuel Smith joined us. I thought I missed, but I didn't. Christopher Slovic was here. The reason we did old time baseball today. And Samuel Smith, first one in the ballpark. And I think we're done. I'm going to go wrestle with Pocket Pennant Run a little bit. All right. Be well, guys. And thank you for that, Kevin. And may see you tonight for some Pocket Pennant Run. And if not that, we'll do some other baseball. All right. Till then, stay cool and see you around the batting cage, the air-conditioned batting cage.